10% of life needs creativity. 90% of life is actually logical, repetitive, it has a pattern, and you can be prepared to handle it. You're not going to face anything new. Anybody who has been involved in selling or lead a sales force, and if you have been in selling and leading a sales team long enough, experientially you would have realized this. 90% of all the objections that comes from the marketplace is repetitive. It's already heard. There's nothing new about it. Either your price is too high, or I don't have a budget for it, or right now this is not a priority for us. Why is your delivery so delayed? I have not heard about your company. Why will I trust a new company? Whatever, depending on at what level you're operating. 90% of all the objections that you'll ever hear from the market, if you've been in selling for 3 years, only 3 years, you've already heard it all. 10% is creative. It's very situational. You never know what that particular customer or that particular prospect or that particular person is going to raise. You don't know what is the 10%, but 90% of everything has already been heard by you if you have been in selling for at least 3 years. So I tell organizations, you should evolve an objection handling manual. Why is every sales executive going back to the marketplace and reinventing the wheel? He's reinventing the wheel. Everyone is going and reinventing the wheel. Again, you'll send a new team into it. He'll again go to the market. He'll again hear the same. So what are you training? You guys do this induction program. You guys do this training program. And if one of your guys who has sat in a program for 3 days or 5 days or 7 days through a training program, and then you send him out in the marketplace, and he faces an objection and he doesn't know how to handle it, he comes back running to the organization and tells you, boss, this is what they said, I didn't know what to say in the situation. And you immediately start explaining to him because you have already handled this or your team has handled this multiple times, which means your training has been ineffective. You didn't prepare him for something which he is going to face in the marketplace, which you know 90% of the time is going to repeat itself. Not out of any arrogance, but to put things into context, when I send you from HTB out there in the world, I anticipate 90% of your challenges that you're going to face, prepare you and send you out there, including the challenges I will face with you. For everything you're trained and sent there. So every time you face something, you feel, this is what in her explained. That comes out of experience. If you have been teaching people for 3 years, you already know 90% of all the challenges people will face in life. What I'm basically saying is, 10% of life needs creativity. 90% of life is actually logical, repetitive, it has a pattern, and you can be prepared to handle it. You're not going to face anything new. If you have been a school teacher for 3 years, if you have just gone through 3 years of Parents Teachers Association meeting, and if you have seen children for 3 academic years, 90% of whatever you're going to face with children, how they will behave on the first few days, whether it's kindergarten or 12th standard, it really doesn't make a difference. Whether it's a first year of college or a final year of college, 90% of students' behavior and what they will resist, how they will do drama, and what will be parental concern. And when they come for Parent Teachers Association meeting, how will parents take a feedback from you, how they will resist a feedback from you. 90% is already you have learnt in 3 years' time. 10% is different. If you have been a service engineer for any product or service for last 3 years, even before you pick up the call, 90% of the time you know it has to be one of these complaints only. Something will be creative. Lightning struck my washing machine, now what should I do? Very rare. In fact, you should be very lucky to get such issues there. Otherwise, regular this thing. voltage fluctuation was there, water has gone inside, rust was there, something. You would have already faced this already. You would have already faced this. Probably you'll go there and you will find out that they have not switched on. Now, if you have been a service engineer, you have faced this already. If you have been a service engineer for 3 years, you went all the way from here, traveled for 2 hours and went and checked, plug was not connected properly, or the switch was not on, the fuse was gone, you already faced it. Will be there. 90% of the time it will be there. We've had a driver or a servant maid, 90% of the time you know when the phone call is going to come to this morning, they are not coming. You know it's coming. You are expecting this. Saturday is Republic Day, Sunday is a holiday. Either some of them have already gone sick on Friday or they are sick on Monday. If you are a manager, you already know tomorrow you are going to have restricted attendance. All those guys who have gone down to their hometown to see this thing, and they are not going to take tonight's train or bus and come back. They are going to take tomorrow morning, only by afternoon only they can come. But 3 times they are late, it's half day in your organizations. They are all going to have last minute fever, last minute stomachache. LKG they started, right now he is a sales manager, but it has not changed. If you have led them for 3 years, you are anticipating this. If you have been an auditor for 3 years, you almost know where you should go and first check. Where all you are going to find issues there. There will be exceptional issues. Anything in life there is going to be exceptional issues. But I think there is a pattern to everything that you face in life, you confront in life. Life is either you can say very complicated or you can say life is actually very simple. It is complicated for people who also try to deal with 90% of recurring issues creatively. In that moment only you are thinking now what to do with this situation. Which means you are not prepared. You should have been prepared. You should have anchored yourself to all this that you are going to face repetitively. And if you have anchored yourself, then there is this 10% of situations that you face in life which requires situational brilliance, which requires on the feet thinking in that moment, spur of the moment you have to come up with something that you didn't expect to face but you are facing. But everything else is anticipated. If what can be anchored, then the freedom with which you deal with the remaining 10% of the life is the true joy of living. Absolute joy of living.